If you've been cheated on, I want to first say I'm deeply sorry. It's hard to fathom what you've been through. And if you're here because you chose to step outside of a relationship and commit the infidelity, I want you to know, I want both of you to know this video can help. And I'm gonna walk you through the steps to do the repair that I actually do with the couples that I work with right here in my office. What I'm gonna do first is walk you through the 5 steps, and then I'm gonna kind of imagine them fill in the blanks for you, almost as a role play at the end of the video. So let's start at the beginning. The first step after an infidelity has been committed and the person is ready to come back and do repair, and of course the other person is ready to receive that repair. Number 1 is to say, I did it, period, full ownership, no ifs or defenses. Number 2 is to imagine what happened, how the infidelity must have hurt the other person, the person on the receiving end. Number 3 is to feel into the regret that you have in your heart and to be able to share that with the person that was cheated on, some version of I'm deeply sorry. Number 4, here's what I've learned from what happened, right? And that's an opportunity to share. And I'll go more into those details momentarily. The 5th step, I would actually almost put as like an entirely separate conversation. It may even occur several weeks or months later. With my couples, often we spend weeks, again, if not months, leading up to the 5th conversation. And that 5th step is, how did we get here, right? And how did we get here is coming more from the position of the person who cheated or who stepped outside of the relationship. So let's go back. Let's start at step 1. I'm just gonna walk you through what I could imagine someone would be saying if they had cheated and they were ready to really do a full, sincere repair with their partner. Number 1, just be to look them in the eyes and say, I cheated on you. Number 2, feel inside and try to imagine, how must the other person be feeling? So I can just imagine you must be feeling a ton of pain right now, confused, you're not sure why I stepped outside the relationship. I bet you're angry with me, you're want maybe revenge, maybe you want to go after the other person that I did this with. Your whole world feels shattered right now. Everything has been turned upside down. You're questioning yourself, me, life, reality. Wow. And then you would then move into step 3, which would be to say, and I'm deeply sorry for what I did. I have so much regret for stepping out on you, for cheating on you, for breaking the trust and the agreement that we had in our relationship. And then step 4 is going to take a little reflection, just to say, like, what have I learned about myself? I could imagine, if I just pause for a moment, I've learned that, I shouldn't be, for example, drinking alcohol in these situations, or I shouldn't put myself consistently around this person or in situations where this could happen. I've learned that, I thought I was someone who this would never happen, and clearly it is something I just did to you. This part would take some reflection. I would even suggest writing down or journaling a little bit before you share what you've learned with your partner. And then again, not in that conversation, I would come back to it quite a bit later. You could say, how did we get here, right? And the how did we get here part of the conversation is a lot about what was missing in our relationship, not to blame the person that you cheated on, more to take ownership and responsibility, like, hey, we hadn't created maybe the connection I was longing for. I I want more intimacy, I want more time cuddling or having sex or being with you, going on adventures with you, keeping life interesting, keeping our intimacy life, our sex life interesting or fresh. These would be the kind of things I would imagine someone would share in step 5. As you're probably hearing, if that step comes too early, it has a liability to cause the person that was cheated on to feel like you're just making a whole list of excuses. So I really would not go to this step until you've really done steps 1 through 4, probably multiple times, right? I've often found my couples coming back to steps 1 through 4 repeatedly about different parts of the affair or the infidelity until it really feels solid and something that the person who's cheated on can trust. Please reach out to someone if you are able to, who's in your area or maybe virtually, who could work you through these 5 steps if you'd like extra support. It's very hard to do it on your own, not impossible. And don't hesitate to let me know your thoughts, either reaching me directly or right here in the comments.